the CDD said that you will need about $200 million to be able to contest presidential elections in Ghana. That is not if you win, just
$2
to
million.
200
For what?
million.
Really?
200 million. That is how
$200 million.
$200 million dollars.
What
That
would you
is,
use that amount for?
and indeed. So that goes into the heart of our monetization, and what that
Giving
does
to
then.
people.
No, I mean the structures you need to put in place. Not just that, but of course probably part of it as well. But the structures that need to go into place, and obviously the campaigning itself is quite grueling, and for a small opposition party, that is simply a no-go area. And so people have called for us to curb the monetization of our politics. And the idea was that good people, good statesmen, good stateswomen who had the potential to be leaders were sort of, swept aside simply because they didn't have the money to contest. And so therefore, I think this cuts the fuel into our monetization, because it's quite easy to, identify, segregate a couple of party executives or constituency executives and as it were, bribe them. But you will have to do this on a national scale, from constituency to constituency, from polling station to polling station, across millions of voters. That is simply impossible. All right. So that's the first thing it actually does. For me, the second thing it does positively is the fact that it widens our political base. So it brings the grassroots into our body politic. For us as the NDC, we are a mass movement, mass socialist democratic movement, obviously. But what this does is that it allows our party members to get involved in running affairs of our party, basically. And that also means that you would get to a point where you can expand your party base, basically. Remember, in 2015, we actually tried this, so it's not something new to us. It might be new to the opposition or the MPP in particular, but it's not new to us. The third thing, I suppose, on top of my head would be actually what it also does is that it allows individuals to sign up and become party members. If I know that by having a party card that qualifies me to ultimately decide who runs the country and who rules the country, it will make me want to be a party member, and that broadens our party base. In addition to that, that also allows us to deepen our civic education within the country. The next thing it probably does is the fact that it allows parties to, as it were, be able to grow their base and to say that, listen, we are a democratic institution here. Because if you just allow a few party gatekeepers to then monopolize the institution, then what you do is that you ostracize others from participating in the political process. On the flip side, it is the case that this is going to be a nightmare logistically and administratively. You are talking, we've already talked about the fact that you need about $200 million to be able to, contest presidential elections in Ghana. And this was just perhaps going through party delegates and so on and so forth. Now, think about what is going to happen if this campaigning and this voting has to be open to the entire country, to every single party voter, if you like, or card-bearing member. That is going to be a logistical nightmare in terms of administrative cost and overheads, basically. So you would have to pay electoral officials, you would have to print ballot papers, and it's going to be a nightmare. That's the first one. Second one would be the fact that